Testing, testing. Do I still know how to do this? Do I still know how to stream anymore? Guess we're about to find out. Hi. It's been a while. Hello. And yeah. It's been a few weeks since I last streamed. I do apologize for ghosting you, but I really didn't intend on taking that big of a break from streaming, actually. So let's talk about that, and let's talk about where I'm at. Let's talk about what I've been up to. Let's talk about it all, shall we? Welcome on in. So let's start in the beginning of it all. Let me lower the music just a touch. Just a touch. It's weird being live again. Wow, okay. So, last time I streamed, I don't know exactly the date, but I will find out. I am gonna figure that out. Last time I streamed was May 16th, which was exactly 3 weeks ago. And that previous stream was me ranting and yapping, and I don't even know. I wouldn't even be able to tell you anything that I said on that stream. And I talked about it yesterday on the short video that I posted. Because even though I haven't streamed in 3 weeks, I still have been posting the short videos daily. So I guess it may not feel too much like I've ghosted. But I essentially remember getting to the end of that week 3 weeks ago and feeling like I needed a break. I felt like I needed a break from streaming. I needed a little bit of time off to figure out not what I wanted to do also, but also like it was mostly to do with the sewing course coming into the picture and how low energy I had and how much I struggled in the beginning to that was the week I started the sewing course, so like I still was getting used to getting home and being tired and like having to manage my energy levels in that way. And so it was very tricky, and I think I got to the end of that week and I just felt very overwhelmed, and I think all of the negative things that had been slowly building up about streaming in my mind kind of overflowed at that point, I suppose. And then I was like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna take like a week off to adjust and whatever. And then I just like didn't come back for like 3 weeks, and I did feel kind of bad about it, but at the same time I did kind of feel like I locked up a little bit. Like I felt like I just kind of froze a little bit, and I just felt like I didn't have energy for anything else, and I just felt like I didn't really know where to fit streaming into everything else, I guess. And now that it's been 3 weeks, it's not like I figured it all out. Let me be very clear about that. I don't feel as though I've figured anything out, really, to be honest with you. But I just felt like doing this stream, catching up with y'all, and kind of starting this chapter where I stream when I want and I do what I want in that stream, rather than it being like a pre-planned thing with like a schedule, and like on Mondays we do this every week and on Tuesdays we do that every week. Like I don't think I'm interested in that at the moment, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm interested in that. I'm still interested in, I think I still want to finish the games that I started, but I'm not super interested in the, like, feeling like I have to show up every single week on a specific day and do a specific thing on that day. I just really want to give myself the freedom to get an idea for something and get excited to do something and then just do it, without having to think of like, oh, but where is that going to fit into my schedule? Or, you know, will that fit with whatever else I'm doing? Or, you know, all of those thoughts that one gets when they start to overthink content creation and all that stuff. And I really, honestly, today I was really journaling seriously about that, and I was like, what is it that I want to do? And I kind of came to this conclusion where I don't want to just do one specific thing. I don't want this channel for it to just be me gaming, because I feel like sometimes I get the itch to do other things, and I'm like, well, but I have to create another channel for this, and I have to create another channel for that, and, you know, the algorithm this, the algorithm that. And honestly, I'm really not interested in entertaining any of those thoughts anymore. I'm really not interested in that. And I also sort of came to this conclusion where, like, I don't have anything to lose here. It's not like, you know, my livelihood depends on this channel, because if it did, I would be on the street. And I do think that getting out of the house and really getting into another, like, obligation, and mostly like another creative endeavor, away from like the phone, away from the computer, away from the internet, and also just like generally like a creative endeavor that is completely different from anything I've been doing over the past few years, felt very refreshing, and it felt very creatively fulfilling. Like, I'm having a great time doing this sewing course, participating in it. It's been really nice to like start a project and get it going and brainstorm different ideas, and also I think I'm learning in that course to like just make mistakes and to ask for help. And that it's, you know, when you're learning something new, it's totally okay for you to not, it's actually normal for you to not be good at whatever it is that you're doing, right? And so to not get discouraged when, you know, things aren't perfect and things aren't whatever, and to just like get shit done, like have an assignment and slowly but surely working at it, and then fulfilling that knowing that it's not perfect, the execution could have been better, this, that, and the other. But ultimately, we did the damn thing, you know? And I think that's kind of something that I would like to integrate into this. Instead of me getting an idea and immediately like coming up with 1,000 excuses and 1,000 ways that it won't work, or 1,000, you know, just excuses, I guess, like, oh, I need it, I think I need this type of equipment to do that, or like, oh, I think I need this, I think I need that, or I'm not good at that kind of stuff, I'm not good at this. Like, I'm just, right now, I'm interested in getting an idea, getting excited about something in particular, and just finding excuses to do it. Figuring out ways to do it and going for it. And I've had like 1,000 different ideas since that haven't materialized. I've had ideas for short videos. I've had ideas for streams. I've had not really, actually, I lied. I just fully lied. I haven't been thinking about streaming at all. But I've had ideas for like types of YouTube videos to make, perhaps. And different types of like concepts, different types of things that could be fun to do. And so I'm excited to actually get my ass to do it. I'm excited to actually get my ass to follow through with ideas that I have, whether they work or don't work, whether they flop or they succeed, or whatever the case may be. I'm just like really looking forward to the creation side of it, rather than thinking about it as like, oh, I'm gonna do this Let's Play, and this is gonna happen every Monday, and this is gonna be a thing that I do, and it's gonna be a long-term project. It's like, it really doesn't have to be that way. We can just like try things out, and if I love it, I can just naturally want to do more of it, and if I don't, then I can just like slowly drop it if I'm not feeling it or whatever. There are days where I want to finish the playthroughs that I started, the Let's Plays. There are days where I don't want to do another Let's Play, and I don't want to just sit here and play a game. There are days where I want to make a reaction video. There are days where I want to sit at a park and like have a diary-esque video where I'm just like, you know, talking about whatever. There, you know, like I just get these random, I guess not really urges, but there's just these little things that I just feel like doing, and I trap myself into these formats where like, oh well, I can't do that, you know. And it's interesting because I've noticed myself doing that in the short videos, the daily videos that I've been uploading since the beginning of the year. Those started off very differently, and for a while I was like, well, I can't make this, you know, I can't do this other type of video because, you know, this is what I've been doing, so it doesn't make sense for me to do something else entirely. And it's like, well, actually no, it's like daily videos. I can actually experiment with different formats. I can actually just have fun with it and just do whatever I want, whether it's like a random, you know, me going through random K-pop idols and saying which ones can say the F slur, or like me talking, or rather ranting about a particular topic for like a minute and a half or something, or whatever the case may be. like, why not? You know? And I think I think I've been so caught up in searching for what my thing is that I haven't just allowed for myself to just naturally find it or naturally come across what my thing is. Because, you know, as long as I'm having fun and I'm being myself and I'm doing things that fulfill me creatively, and I can have fun with them, and I can have a good time, and we can crack some jokes, and we can do whatever, then that's good enough to me, you know? And if that means I'll never make it as like a full-time creator, then that's fine. I can just have like a job to pay the bills, and I can just do this for fun for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Like, it really doesn't have, and I'm saying this out loud, and I'm also trying to convince myself to believe this 100%, because I only believe it a little percent. Very mathematical term, actually, little percent. But it really doesn't have to be this very strict thing. You just have to stick to one type of content or whatever. Like, I can film a vlog for no reason if I want to. Like, who's stopping me from doing that and uploading it on this channel? Why not? Why should I stick to gaming? Why should I stick to a particular type of video? Isn't this just like for fun? Isn't this just like a creative outlet? Like, why am I imposing all of these different rules on myself that aren't working, by the way? I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not a famous YouTuber at all. I don't think you need to be a famous YouTuber to, you know, make a living off of it necessarily, but you know, that's not happening either way, right? As of real time, nobody is watching this stream. According to my YouTube studio, there's 0 concurrent viewers and 0 likes at the moment. Don't forget to like the stream. Come on now, if you're watching, why not do that? No, but seriously, you know, like, why not? Why not just go for whatever? It's not like it can get any worse. It's not like I can get negative views on YouTube. So, you know, if something isn't working, or something, I guess, is working, and I'm having fun either way, and I'm coming out of the streams, I'm turning off the stream happy with what I did or happy with myself, why not? You know? Why not? Luna, when they were thinking of a title track, they used to have a song called Why Not. Anyways, so yeah. The reason I kind of stopped streaming was just me overthinking and just me getting overwhelmed at the format I created for myself. I literally created my own personal entrapment of sorts. So yeah, let's talk about what I've been up to. So I actually haven't been doing that much sewing as you would imagine. Actually, like, genuinely haven't really been doing. You would think I would have been doing more sewing. By how often I talk about it, you would think that I'm doing so much sewing. But I really haven't. But I do want to show y'all some stuff that I've kind of worked on over time. So this, I guess I haven't really prepared a scene for this. Oops. Surely this is not gonna dox me, right? Okay, yeah, let me show y'all what I've been up to. So, this is the first thing I want to show y'all. This was our first project. We were asked to bring a shoebox and to decorate it with like fabrics and I mean mostly it, like accessories and stuff. So this was the first iteration of my project. I found these two different like patchwork fabrics laying around because we get stuff from like the community center and all of our stuff is getting donated to a community center and everything. So it's not like we're keeping most of these things. But anyways, so this is my box. I thought it was cute, you know, like colorful and cute, a little rough around the edges. We didn't really sew anything with this first project. We literally just glued stuff to the box and called it a day. But we learned how to make the molds. Like we take the measurements of the box and like cut the fabric and find, you know, do the correct measurements and all that stuff. Like this was basically the first thing that we really got into. So, and that's where we're keeping all of our like materials and stuff like that. So that's the box. I do want to show you the finished product, because I did end up adding a couple things to it. So this is the finished product. I ended up adding like a couple fake pockets with like a couple buttons, and I made it look like it's yeah, it's like, you know, the back pockets of pants. You know, I kind of made that happen. Obviously very simple, but I'm really proud of it, and I think it has like kind of a little personal touch with all the different colors and stuff. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. So that was the first thing we did, and then we actually got into actually sewing. So this was the first thing. I'm gonna show it to you in a second. This was the first thing I've actually properly sewn. If we're not like talking about like specifically, obviously we did practice runs on different various types of stitches and hems and stuff like that, but this was the first thing I ever handmade. So it's a pin cushion. I hand sewed it and we stuffed it, and you can see there's like pin in it already serving a purpose. We basically picked a fabric. I picked this like red flowery moment because that's very me. And yeah, we had this little fabric. I forget what that's called, basically to like hang it up if we wanted to and stuff. I think we're keeping these, which is really cute. But yeah, I use it all the time, obviously, since we started doing other projects since. But yeah, obviously it's a little rough around the edges. It's not perfect, but the goal was not perfection anyways. So that was it. That was the first thing we ever worked on. And then I have done sewing on the sewing machine, but I haven't technically sewn a project on it yet. So my other thing that I worked on was another hand sewn project, and we just made these little like emoji keychain type of things, and we donated these to the community center for Children's Day, because it's on June 1st here. So we basically made these, and we donated them, and I hope they liked them. They're slightly cursed, but they're also slightly cute. They have their own charm to them. They have their little charm to them. I did post a short video showing off like my first machine, like the first things I sewed on a machine. I guess I did it like a full. We had like basically a bunch of cloths that we hand sewed, and we did different types of stitches on them, and then at the end we hemmed the whole thing around on the sewing machine. So that's what I showed off in one of the daily shorts that I posted, and that was really cute. I actually really enjoyed that. We ended up doing other practice rounds on the sewing machine, and it's really fun. Like at first it was very intimidating because there's these like knobs that you turn. There's obviously the needle and all of the different things, and putting a thread into the machine for the first time was like really difficult. I remember me and my colleagues struggled so much at first to just even thread the machine, but now it's like we got it. We're like locked in. We know kind of what we're doing, so which is really fun. Right now I'm just like in the kind of pre-production part of my current project. We're actually gonna be making beach bags, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna end up really cute. I will I will keep you updated on it. We're also gonna be donating them, so it's not like I'm gonna keep it or anything. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to do it. Hey soda cans, so happy you're back. Love your content, but it's always okay to take breaks and do things you like or things you need to do. Thank you. I'm so happy to be back. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope you've been well. I really hope you've been having a good time. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really needed some time away from streaming. Like I just really got in my head about it really severely, and it just started not being fun. And obviously I was also dealing with starting a new thing and having to manage how much energy I had in the afternoon, which I realized very quickly it wasn't a lot. I even dabbled in napping to see if that would help. I do have today off from the sewing course, which I think helped making me like want to stream today again. So yeah. Hey Koga, dabbled in napping. Yes, I did. I've never been somebody who napped, and I considered it and I tried it. I don't think it's for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really enjoy lying down especially when I'm like really tired, my back hurts or whatever. But oftentimes I don't love how I feel afterwards. However, there was this last time I did like 45 minutes, and then I gave myself 15 extra minutes to like get back up, and it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst. But then like the next day I didn't need a nap at all, and I was like, okay, what's up with that? So I don't know what's going on there. Napping is your favorite activity. I mean, napping feels great in the moment. That's the thing. Napping feels wonderful when you're doing it, but then you're like, well, now it's 5 p.m. and like I'm cranky. Like I want to get back up, but like what am I even doing? That's been another thing. Like me not knowing what to do with myself during my free time was actually wild. Like I had a really hard time. Like when I removed streaming from the equation, like in the afternoon after the sewing course in the morning, I was like, what do I even do? Like I don't want to stream, but like what do I do? So it was a lot of noodling around. It was a lot of like mindlessly scrolling, which I'm not super proud of. Sometimes I would try to read a little bit, but because I was physically tired, I would almost fall asleep. Like the other day, I was like, I need to finish this book because I have to return it on Saturday. I have to go to the library on Saturday to return it. And I literally had to stand up to finish reading the book because I was literally falling asleep. I was literally falling asleep. And the book is good. I was reading A Man's Search for a Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. And I loved it. But reading was really tricky. Because in the afternoon I was tired. And then reading didn't help wake me up. And then I felt bad because I've fallen in love with reading. And then I was like, now I can't like read. So it was rather interesting trying to figure out how much energy I could count on having in the afternoons and like how I wanted to use that energy. You know, you just play video games and watch stuff. I can't read. What have you been playing and watching? Listen, I want to do more things. I watched the whole first season of Traders UK. That was fun. I've been watching Drag Race on Fridays. That's been fun. Just watched the latest episode before the stream. Haven't been watching a lot of movies. And haven't played games at all. I have not played a single video game for like 3 weeks. I haven't picked up a video game. I've been reading about them quite a bit. But I just haven't been playing any. Just telling you for silly purposes, Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 have released. It is $25 though. I'm aware. I'm aware Deltarune is out. I will probably get it. I will get it eventually because I really do want to play it. But not right now. I just bought tickets to see Music Bank in Lisbon. And so Music Bank, for people who don't know, is like a K-pop. It's a K-pop thing. So it's like 6 different K-pop groups I guess 5 groups and 1 solo act are performing. Each are doing like 30 minutes. So it's going to be like basically like 3 hours of K-pop goodness. But my wallet didn't love that. Let me tell you, my wallet didn't love that. And also, I dropped my phone earlier last month, and then I had to get it fixed because I literally broke my screen. That had never happened to me before, but I dropped my phone on the concrete sidewalk, and I dropped it so fiercely that the touch screen didn't even work. Because I would have been fine with like the screen cracking, but it just wasn't functional at all. So I was like, okay, this won't do. And then I spent like, it was like 130 euros to fix it. So I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Anyways. But yeah, I will get it for sure. It's on my wish list, but not at this exact moment. Okay, sounds good. Go enjoy your piano practice. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hi, Soda Cans. Have a good one. You've been watching Kamen Rider. I don't know why I said it so weirdly. Kamen Rider Jeets. You've been playing Mario Kart World and Fast Fusion. What is Fast Fusion? I don't think I've heard of that. And you got a Switch 2 yesterday. Nice. Very nice. I have been seeing the people acquiring Nintendo Switches. I almost said I'm very jealous, but honestly, the new Mario Kart does look great. The new Mario Kart does look great. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But yeah, like honestly, I haven't really been playing games. For the last 3 weeks, I have not been playing video games. I think partially because I associate video games with streaming. So it's like, well, if I'm not streaming, I'm saving games to play on stream, which is very silly. I shouldn't do that at all, but that's another story for another day. So yeah, I've been listening to some music. I've been listening to an audiobook on my commute. I can only listen to it a little bit at a time because of traffic sounds and such as. So I can only listen to it when I walk from the bus stop to the place where I do the sewing course in, because it's kind of like a quieter, it's not like a main street or anything, so it's like a nice walk, and I can listen to it for like 10-15 minutes ish. So I've been listening to the Alchemist, the book, the audio book. But yeah, it took me like a month to read A Man's Search for Meaning, and it's a short book. It's not that long of a book, honestly. It's probably one of the shortest I've read since I started like really reading again this year. It's like probably the shortest one, but it just took me so long. It adjusting to having something else going on in the mornings has been really tricky. Fast Fusion is a sequel to Fast RMX that came out on Switch, kind of like F-Zero, very fast racing. All right, so you're in your racing game. I almost said racing car. You're in your racing game gig at the moment with Mario Kart, Fast Fusion. All right. Yeah, I haven't been playing anything. I want to. I just don't know what. I just don't know what. I haven't really been thinking about that, honestly. So, yeah. I'm trying to be better about how I'm spending my time and just like time block for like an hour. And it's like, okay, for this hour, I'll do this. I'll allow myself to do this for the next hour. And actually that ended up working pretty nicely today because I did some journaling, some much needed brainstorming related to, you know, streams and videos and such as. And then I spent like an hour cleaning my room. And then, yeah, I'm trying to change it up a little bit. At least every hour I try to change it up a little bit and do something else, just so that by the end of the day, I'm like, okay, I did some things. I didn't just sit and, you know, mindlessly scroll social media, you know. So that makes me feel a little better. I really want to start reading Heartstopper Volume 3, I think. I just borrowed that from... we have like a virtual library. It's like Libby, I guess, but it's our own kind of thing. So I'm excited to read that. But other than that, I've been chilling. There's a couple things I want to watch. And I know The Bear is also coming out. The new season of The Bear is coming out soon. So I think I'm going to have my hands full on some things to watch. But yeah, it's getting rather warm in my room. I am not used to this. It hasn't even been an hour and I'm already struggling. But yeah, anyways. I'm signing up for different things. I just applied for another course if they'll have me in September. That one is going to be like social media management, which I'm really excited. But yeah, maybe a fan or less hot clothes. I'm literally just wearing like a t-shirt and shorts. So maybe I'll have to turn on my fan. I'll be honest, this is not going to be a very long stream, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm not used to this because, like, you know, I close my door. My window is also shut at the moment. So, yeah, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to how warm it gets when I stream. It's been 3 weeks. I already got not used to it. But yeah, I just dropped my pencil. It's fine. I wanted to talk a little bit about moving forward, what the streams and videos and everything is gonna be like and such. And honestly, your guess is as good as mine, because my theme at the moment is gonna be just doing whatever I want. So if I feel like streaming, I will stream, and I will stream like whatever I feel like doing in that specific moment in time. If I feel like streaming just for an hour, I'll do just 1 hour. If I feel like doing the whole day, I'll do the whole day. If I feel like filming a video, I'll film a video. I think you might catch up to what I'm saying. Like, you know, I think you get the gist of it. The theme is just gonna be me doing whatever I want whenever I want. You know, like if I get an idea and I want to film a video, great. If I feel like streaming, great. If I don't feel like doing any of those, I will probably still post short videos every single day because I really want to come through with this challenge. I've only missed 2 days, and this is already day 150 something. So I feel like that's a pretty good track record. But yeah, expect the unexpected is what I want to say about streams and videos moving forward. Because, you know, I'm not just gonna stick to one thing. I'm not interested in this moment to have like a weekly series or a month long series or whatever the case may be. I'm just gonna play it by heart. I'm just gonna do whatever feels good in the moment. I've already had a couple of ideas of different things that I want to do, like one-off games and such. So yeah, be on the lookout, because I'll be doing things. I definitely just wanted to make this, I just wanted to stream today and just tell y'all that I'm still here and I still intend on streaming and making videos that aren't short videos. However, I'm not really gonna have a strict schedule. I'm not gonna have a schedule at all. Nothing is gonna be super planned out or anything like that. That's kind of what I need in this exact moment. If I end up finding a natural groove and I just feel like, hey, Union Gamer, good afternoon to you. If I end up finding a natural groove of doing specific things in specific days naturally, then great. But if not, I'm not gonna force it any longer. So we're not gonna have like Metaphor Mondays anymore or whatever else, you know, I had going on. I'm not quitting any of those Let's Plays, but I also don't know how I'm gonna do them. If I'll do side quests on my own off stream and then just stream myself doing main quest stuff, or I don't know. And I don't want to think too much about it because that's what has messed me up in the past. So that's gonna be the vibe moving forward. And I think a main thing that I suspect is going to be an ongoing theme is that the streams are going to be much shorter. Not because I get too warm in my room, but because of the differing energy levels. And also because, hi Cash, ding dong. Not just because of the differing energy levels, but also because I want to be juggling other things as well, and, you know, having a life whilst streaming, whilst attending this sewing course. So, you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a balancing act, a little bit of a juggling situation. I put the jugs in juggling. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Juggling while balancing, whilst jumping into a pool of sharks, whilst dissociating, whilst dressing up as a clown. I don't know. But you get the gist. It's gonna be more freeform. Whatever I feel like doing, whatever, you know, creative tingles I get, I'll pursue. And if I don't feel like doing anything, if I feel like there's nothing interesting that I can contribute to, you know, any specific conversation or like, you know, anything in general, then I'm just not gonna do it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's kind of the vibe at the moment. I think um, that will make things more sustainable long term. Oh, my pillow. Oh, is Summer Games Fest happening today? I was not aware. I literally had no idea. Oh yeah, it is today. What time? In 2 hours? Oh. Well, I'm not watching it live. That's for sure. I don't know. I don't know if I'll watch it, to be honest. I didn't watch the State of Play the other day. I feel like I will probably just go on Game Informer after the fact and just read about the main highlights, or maybe I'll find a stream, somebody who's watching it in real time, and I will watch along or something. I don't know. I feel like I don't have a lot of patience these days to watch those types of like gaming events in real time. I don't know. Maybe. That was such a long answer. I don't know. I didn't know it was happening, so I was kind of caught off guard a little bit. And the Xbox showcase is on Sunday. Okay, so I have heard about... I didn't know it was on Sunday, but I have heard of that. There was an upcoming Xbox showcase. Which... Fuck Microsoft, because they're literally providing technology for Israel to do war crimes and genocide, so they can fuck right off. But I am excited about allegedly Persona 4 Remake being announced at said showcase. I'm not gonna watch it, but the trailer will be around, and it's a multi-platform sort of deal, so I don't even have to give them a singular view in order for me to enjoy that. But I read a couple articles that had that as a rumor, but who knows really? Who knows really? But yeah, are y'all gonna watch it? The Summer Games Fest stream thing? Is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to, that you're gonna keep an eye out for? Any wish list items that you are interested in? I know there's gonna be a Wholesome Direct at some point. I don't know when it is, but I don't know when it is happening. I did get an email about it. Now, Wholesome Direct I love. Oh, it's like tomorrow. I'm not gonna do it. I'm going to the library tomorrow. I'm not gonna stream, but I will look forward to it. Oh my god, have y'all seen the Wicked for Good trailer? I am so excited. I'm gonna cry so much. You're hyped for the inevitable Persona 4 remake announcement. Nice. Your other hopefuls are Kingdom Hearts 4, current gen port of Muramasa Demon Blade, Arc Rise Fantasia, Xenosaga Trilogy, Persona Q Games ports, and others. I know nothing about none of those games. I do know of I have heard of the Xenosaga Trilogy. I have heard of the Persona Q games, and obviously I know Kingdom Hearts, but I know nothing else. There's gotta be a Final Fantasy IX remake thing, because like that's been floating around for so long. Like that's gotta be announced at some point. Listen, one can dream. I'm forever hopeful for a good Sailor Moon game. Will I get it? Probably not. Do I want it every day? Saving space for Defying Gravity still 1000%. Oh, you want FF10? I would eat up a Final Fantasy X remake as well. I'm not even gonna lie. I would eat it up, especially if they add like gameplay of the of Yuna's dad. Yuna's dad's journey. That would be really fun if like they included like new things. Oh my god, yes, Final Fantasy Tactics HD. Very excited for that. I've never finished Final Fantasy Tactics, but I'm very excited about a version with voice acting. Sounds very good to me. Hi, Messy Betsy. Hey, Diva. Good to see you. Yeah, Tactics, very exciting. Yeah. FF10 prequel when? Listen, if they do a Final Fantasy X remake, they could include prequel stuff. It's so interesting how there's so many people who are like so interested in a Final Fantasy X prequel. Like, that's really nice. Because I was not aware. I only found out that there were like a ton of rumors about like a Final Fantasy X-3. But yeah, I had never heard about like how much hype there was about it. Always wanted an FF3 where you follow Auron, Braska, and Jecht's journey. Yeah, that would have been cool. I think they have an opportunity to like bring a little bit of that and add more to the story with a remake. As long as they don't fuck around with the battle style. Like, Final Fantasy X is kind of like, their battle system is kind of elite. I really love that you can like switch around. Like, you can just have like, you know, the whole team is available. Like, all 6 or 7 of them are available at all times. Well, except for when they're not, but you know, when they're separated or whatever. But like, that's what I love about that game so much. Like, I don't have to pick the party members. Like, they're always around. Like, I love that so much. I love that so much. Like, that's what I always struggle with in like literally every RPG. Like with Pokemon, with literally any other RPG. Like, I don't want to choose my team. I feel bad for whoever I leave out of the team. So yeah, I love Final Fantasy X so much. Yeah, it would be nice for Kimahri to get more. Honestly, they could adjust Kimahri and Riku. Like, they could make them more useful in a remake, you know what I mean? Like, they could give something good to Kimahri. Yeah. The Sphere Grid, honestly, they could keep it, but I want them to like improve it. Riku was very useful with her mix overdrive. I didn't utilize that enough, to be honest with you. They are I think the problem with Riku is that you get her so late in the game that she's inevitably the weakest link. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to kill her, especially when you first get her. Kimahri, he's always kind of been a little bit of the odd one out for me, because I like him as a character, but I don't like when a game just is like, okay, just do whatever you want with this character. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this character. What do you mean? I feel like, you know, Kimahri, you can do whatever you want with, but like at the same time, he's never gonna be as good as the others because he's always behind in the stats unless you like really grind him out, which I'm not interested in doing also. So, you know. But yeah, that game is great. That game is great. Once you know how to use her to full potential, her support role with Mix can blow the mages out of the water with things like Hyper Mighty Guard, G, and other. Yeah. I was the same way when I played. Second playthrough, he always had something useful to do. Steal, use, white magic, black magic, dark attack. Yeah. That's true. That's true. I've played that game so many times, but you're right. Like in future playthroughs, I always gave Kimahri, you know, like when you get those like ability spheres where you can assign an ability that was learned by somebody else to somebody. I always gave that kind of stuff to Kimahri because I'm like, I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that he doesn't know anything, but he can also do anything. So I'm just gonna give him all of this stuff. Yeah, I had him be a thief at some point because it takes so long for you to get Riku. I'm like, Kimahri, you're gonna be stealing, girl. you're gonna be stealing stuff until we get Riku. Absolutely. I also enjoy that he gets abilities from the enemies. I think that's really nice. He always gets that bag, I fear. He could get my bag. Anyways, wow. Is it getting hot in here or what? Kimahri's Nova? What is that? I do not recall. I do not recall. It's really good to see y'all again. That is, you know, I didn't miss the act of streaming, but I have missed hanging out with y'all. So thank you so much for being here and saying hi and hanging out with me. Nova is the final overdrive he learns from Omega Weapon in the ruins. Oh, I never got that. Oh, I never got that. No. I've never gotten the special celestial weapons or whatever they're called. I've never gotten all of everyone's overdrives. Absolutely not. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not doing the chocobo racing. I'm not doing the blitz ball. I'm not doing the, you know, avoiding the thunder in the thunder plains. I'm not doing any of that shit. No, ma'am. I've never been able to do the dark aeons either. Riku is the one party member you didn't learn all the overdrives for. You know Mix is useful, but there's still no way I was learning all 64 combinations. Yeah, for sure. Oh, you have the official strategy guide. That's really cute. You logged like over 300 hours in Final Fantasy X. Holy shit. You know what I had? Game facts. How's that for a throwback? My brother literally printed a Game Facts guide, you guys. It was like dozens of pages. Ugh. Getting the celestial weapons was quite a chore. Lightning Dodger was your biggest bottleneck. I can't imagine doing that. For Mix, I just chose the strongest heal or attack item and just picked something else. Yeah, I just picked 2 random things and hoped for the best. And most of the time it worked out. Nobody talks about it being fun, so I'll never get those weapons. Because it's not. That's why I haven't gotten them either. Like, you have to do these like very specific, really difficult tasks in order for you to get the weapons and activate the weapons and all this shit. So yeah, absolutely not. I'm not doing any of it. But that's me with most games. Like, if I can't stumble upon it on my own, and if I have to look at a guide or something, it's game over. Like, I'm not doing it. If I have to go out of my way to do something, I'm not doing it. I would rather choose sand than do the lightning plane. Yeah, no. Absolutely not. Kimari's wasn't that bad. The butterfly minigame was pretty forgiving and not that frustrating. I do remember the butterfly minigame, and I feel like I did it. I feel like that's one of the ones that I did do. But I don't think I, like, unlocked his weapon's full potential or something. I feel like there's something else you probably need to do, and I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I did get the bonus Aeons. I did get those. I did get those. I got the Magus Sisters. I got Anima and Yojimbo. Actually, I think I beat the game when I did my last playthrough of it on stream a few years ago. I think I beat the game with Yojimbo. I think Yojimbo got me to finish the game when I did. Yojimbo is pretty fierce. He's a fucking troll, but he's fun. I do love a little bit of chaos, so I don't mind. But yeah, he did like a special move or something, and it just like beat the game, and I was like, okay, work. I will summon the Dima. The Diva. I can read. Eunice was just completing the boss gauntlet at Remian Temple. I don't remember that. Zanamato. Well, yes. Shiva, love her. Cunt on ice. Yes. Always. She brought it every time. Her snapping her fingers in Final Fantasy VIII turned me gay. She's so cunty. I love her so much. What a good summon. And you get her so late in Final Fantasy VIII that you're like, she's like one of the really good ones, you know? You're like, oh my god, work. I have talked about my sewing journey. Yeah. I did. I even showed stuff that I've worked on. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been really creatively fulfilling. Yeah, it's been really great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love my teacher. She's great. Yeah, it's great. It's been really fun. To be fair, there's a lot of planning and making molds and making a lot of different things before you actually get to sewing, which is very time consuming, but it is fun. Like, I just, like, it's been really, really nice to be back in a creative environment and learning a new skill where, like, I actually care about it. It's like, obviously when you're in school, you don't care about everything that you're doing, right? But with this, it's like I chose to be there, And so it's been really, really nice. Of course, there's things that are not good about it. Such as, like, a couple of my colleagues are so annoying. A couple of my colleagues are very annoying. Like, they're always complaining. They're always talking shit about something or someone. They're just so exhausting to deal with. But thankfully, it's only 4 hours a day and I don't have to deal with them at all times. So it could be worse. It could be worse. It's getting pretty scary in here, Ghostiana. I was gonna say, who is that? But it's Percy. This is Percy. A demure creative juiciness. Yes. It's been really fun. And I'm excited because we don't just use the sewing machine, obviously. So it's like, whatever skills I learn, I'll be able to do outside of it as well. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for that. Like, to do a hem on my pants if I need to adjust the pant size, if I need to recycle and reuse clothing items and fabrics and such as. Very exciting. Do you enjoy your time with them, or are they just so nice? Do a little he hem on a they them. Well, yes. I wish someone would do a he him on a me they myself. We'll workshop that. Yeah, very practical. Very practical. I also found, this is the nerdiest thing you'll hear today, so brace yourselves. I found a board gamers, like, group. And they do, like, monthly meetings and such. And I'm like, wait, I want to play board games. So I might attend. I don't know if I will anytime soon because there's a Pride thing this month on the same day, but I will sometime. You want a little hee-haw on your back Slash door. That's okay. Happy Pride. Oh yeah, happy Pride, y'all. You picked up Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma yesterday. It's an addicting game. Nice. Very nice. Never played a Rune Factory game. Pride, woke. Do you know woke? Well, yes. I've dabbled. We went to school together. What does Glinda say? When she's asked if she like knew or was friends with Elphaba, what was it that she said specifically? She was like, we ran into each other, like something like that. A full practitioner in woke. I knew her in school. Yeah, and they were roommates. Hi, woke. You like whatever is happening with my hair? Thank you. Thank you. I've learned to use hair Earl. And it's been an interesting experience. I also realized this year that my hair is not straight, which is very fitting to Pride. Even my hair is not straight. Right now is a bit dry. I will be honest with you all. It's a bit dry, kind of like your vagina. But alas, it will look cuter in a few days. It needs a few days of not washing. You know what I mean? I washed it like yesterday or the day before, so she's a bit dry. Kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not. Okay? I'm not gonna do it again. It's got some body, unlike me. Oh, because you're so skinny. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, the tiniest woman. Oh. Oh, she's so skinny. Hair body tea. I had an almond this morning. I'm basically someone you should be worried about disappearing forever when I turn sideways. Oh no. Whatever you do, do not turn sideways. Whoa, going wild there with an almond. Are you out of your mind? Whoa. Someone calm Percy down. I said Diet Coke because the girls were shook. Mostly because they don't make a diet amphetamine. I know what that is. Yep. A Diet Coke. I don't know what that... No, I'm just kidding. I do know... I do know what a Diet Coke is. God. We used to be so annoying at my job. I used to work at a pizza place. No, it was... No. It was when I worked at a burger place that shall not be named. And people would be like, myself included, I guess, they would be like, what's the point of going to burger place and just like getting the diet drink, like just to feel skinnier? And then I fell in love with Pepsi Max at my old job. I was literally addicted to it. I was not literally addicted to it, but I would drink it every single day. It just tasted better, okay? Now I don't drink any of it, but yeah. What a lovely story. Wow. Groundbreaking. Jeez. But yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I used to have a coworker also who almost killed a customer because they asked for a decaf, and my coworker was like, I am not gonna do a decaf because it's too much work. And I was like, you 1,000% are doing the decaf because we're not gonna kill somebody on our not on my watch. We're not gonna kill somebody. Also, it's not too much work. It's literally not too much work. But anyways. That coworker, me. Me falling in love with A&W Zero Sugar Root Beer. We don't have that here. Is it good? Well, you fell in love with it, so I'm assuming, you know. You loved Diet Coke, but now you like regular Pepsi. Murder is outside of your pay grade. 1,000%. I loved regular Coke, but then I went to rehab, so now I love it from a distance. It took me a second to get it. I was like, you probably saw it in my face too for a second. I was like, why would they go to rehab because of a drink? I was like, can you go to rehab because of soda? I literally, like, you probably saw it on my face. Like, the gears were turning, mama. The gears were turning. I was like, rehab? For Coke? And then I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh. Got it. My facial expression said it all. I used to think that my facial expressions were very neutral and that I was very coy. And then I started streaming and everyone started clocking my shit. And I was like, I guess I'm not subtle at all. I guess I'm not subtle at all. Which is kind of iconic, honestly. Rehab, not for being a slur. Lies. You want to laugh a little bit? Maybe it's not that funny, but whatever. I posted a short video where I was ranking various K-pop idols by who could say the F slur. And somebody was like, well, Vernon should be #1 on that list because he said that word a lot in his raps and all that stuff. And I was like, I think we're talking about two different F words. Because I would hope he hasn't said the F word I'm talking about. I was like, I think we're talking about different F words there. They were like, yeah, Vernon should be #1 because he said it like so much. He cusses all the time in his songs or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I don't think we're talking about the same word. Ruby actually hired me as their head of HR because I'm here to clock them all day. Thank you. And you're also here to give head. Ew. I'm so sorry. The only F word, Fanta, pineapple. Oh, love. Love a pineapple soda. It's so good. Somebody was once flirting with me. I was on a date with somebody and I ordered the pineapple juice, soda. And in hindsight, they were obviously flirting with me, but in the moment they were like, you know, you know what like drinking pineapple does, right? And I was like, oh no, I didn't do it. I just really like it, you know, it's like really good. Because I didn't want to make it seem like I'm like, like I'm getting some today. And that's not at all what they were hinting at. They were just like, you know, they were just like flirting. They were just being flirty. And I was just like, oh no, it's just like, yeah, I really like it. They were like, yeah. They're like, yeah, I know. Yeah, it was a joke. I was like so earnest about it. I was like, no, it's really good, you know? Like, it's... Oh, God. It's pride before I confirm that I have to see your thighs, but mostly also, yeah. Humble Roop. No, not humble. Just, what's the word? Obtuse. What's the word? Dumb? No. I've actually never seen the empirical data on that. Would you like to be a taste tester? Ooh! You gotta be worse than these men. I was like, oh no, I don't want to give the bad, I don't want to give them a bad impression. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. Screaming. Like, they were the one to bring it up, not me. Anyways. See, you're very quick and you're very good at that. I'm not. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but I'm definitely trying to get ahead. Finish your sentence. Go ahead. Go ahead, Percy. Finish your sentence. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Anyways. It's been really good talking to y'all. But this could have been an email. So I'm gonna have to ask you to leave now. I need help measuring those legs. Use my shoulders as a yardstick. Not a yardstick. I could use a yardstick if you know what I mean. Okay, anyways, I'm going now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I have no idea when I'm gonna stream next, so just keeping you all on your toes, you know. And yeah, I will be posting a short video every day until then, and that's all you need to know. Have a good one, y'all. Have a good weekend. And stay extremely juicy. Thank you so much for being here. Bye. I don't have an ending screen. I completely forgot about that. Wait. Now I do. Okay, bye.